Everyone stick with us versus herd. If it's your first time here, if you like the content, hit subscribe if you want to get notifications before we go live or post videos. Tap the bell. And if you want to join the UvH fam, links are below to our free options trading group along with our Discord. We're back again with the watch list. We're back again tonight, checking out what's going on. A lot going on in the market. We had a 500-point swing, 600-point swing last 2 days on the Dow. Dow's up around 250 today. And right now we're going to be talking about what I'm looking at and where I'm thinking of where things are going. And right now, first up, we're going to be looking at SPY, the S&P ETF. And what's interesting to me right now about SPY is right now we're back at the top of the range. Last 4 or 5 times, we've gotten smacked down here, and eventually the range is getting tight. What's going to be interesting here is if last time we bounced around 290, we're back here again 294. It seems to me like the range is getting tighter up in here. We had a big day down, like on this candle here, we did hit 285 when we came back up to this area, but last time we got rejected, we did bounce like 289, 290. Now we're back at 294. So this could be, if we can push higher to 296, we would be a good catalyst to get us to 300. If not, eventually it's going to get, the range is going to get really tight. If we keep bouncing between like 290, 294, 290, 294, eventually it's going to have a breakout or a breakdown. So right now I'm not trading it, but right now I do think that it's very important to see what is happening here with the S&Ps and seeing which direction it's going to take, because right now we don't have a direction. We're either consolidating to go higher, or this thing is just going to break down. We're going to be revisiting 275. So unfortunately, it's kind of like if then and the other, So for the S&P, that's what I'm looking at here. Just looking to day trade some. Today would have been a good day to just buy some calls. At the dip here, buy the 293s and then sell up here like the 295s. It seems to be going up after hours, but we'll see what happens tonight with the futures. By the time you guys are watching this, things will probably be looking a little bit different. What we would ideally, the bulls would like is a gap up to 295, but you got to be cautious. It'd be very easy to buy calls up here because it seems like it wants to go up, but you got to be very cautious because last time it seemed like it wanted to go up, we got smacked down real hard. So just be mindful of that. Another stock that I'll be looking at tomorrow is a after earnings play on Slack. Now, I don't know if you guys know what Slack here is. Sorry, 1 second here. Okay, just pulling this up here. Sorry, should have been a little bit more prepared. So Slack had the first earnings for their IPO. If you don't know what Slack is, it's kind of like an instant messenger for the workplace. Slack is calling for revenue growth to slow down in the quarters ahead. So it's very interesting. Everyone goes for it. Like lately, what it seems like Uber or Lyft is like, hey, let's file for an IPO and then report bad numbers. Seems to be what's going on here. Instead of trying to impress investors, people just are disappointing. So Slack is calling for revenue growth to slow down in the quarters ahead. The company saw its stock briefly fall below the reference price from its June direct listing after its release of results. Slack's service had downtime in June and July. Which, whatever. It's kind of a weird. So it looks like they missed on earnings, and the revenue was a little bit better than expected. But it looks like they're looking for growth to slow down here, which means guidance is going to be down, which is not good. So that's an interesting play for me. It's been downtrending ever since like 40. Hit a high when I IPO'd at like 42, went up to 42. Now we're down. We're at what was that? 26 right now. For options though, they only have monthlies. So just be aware of that, but there's really good liquidity here. Pretty tight bid and ask. Looks like there are 5 cent increments here, but volume is really nice on the call. These calls are going to get burned. There was a lot of call action today. People were expecting it to go up. It looks like because the calls were bought. There was a lot more calls bought than puts, and that's why you don't follow the herd. That's why it's us versus herd. Sorry. Throw that in there. Another one is Tesla. Tesla is interesting right now. today pretty much was heading on down. I thought that I didn't trade it because I thought maybe around the 225 was going to maybe try to make a push back up, and then it was just consolidating around here between 224, 225. But then they had not news come out. Tesla Model S crash result of user error in autopilot design, says NTSB. So there's this report that came out. National Transportation Safety Board finds that driver error in autopilot design led to a crash involving a Tesla Model S and a parked fire truck early last year. So this report's just coming out now. Let's see here. It says, when an investigative authority concludes that the design of something you made has contributed to a serious accident, that is bad news for an automaker. So things are going to get a little crazy here. Hard to say how this is going to impact the price tomorrow, so I'm just going to be keeping it on watch. But it did have like a 4-point drop right here, 5-point drop right into the close here during power hour today. It went from like 225 down to 219, and then it settled in around like 220. But we're back down here. It could come back down to like the 211, 212 range again. So this range is also getting a little tight here. So, I would be expecting, if we're going to have another down day, it could go to like 212 tomorrow. So that's definitely what I'm looking out to trade tomorrow. What else do I have on my watch list again? Ulta again. You're like, why are you trading Ulta? I've been making some pretty good profits on it the last couple of days. So why not? Why not keep trading it? And it's a good range. Right now, it fell apart in the close too, from 232 down to 228, and it's hit some lows here after hours as well. And as you can see, we're getting back now. I like to, my favorites are to trade 52-week highs and 52-week lows. Right in here. Now we're getting to the 52-week low. So right now, I'm probably not going to put a trade on. I'm probably going to see if it can come down to the 224 area. If it starts to break down, and I'll probably try to play like the 220 puts. So we'll see what happens. What I do like about today's range, we went from like 239 down to 228. And yesterday went from like 231 up to 244. So 10-point plus moves every day. So it's good to make. Even if you make a mistake on here, you should be able to recoup your loss with these kind of wide movement here. So that's what I like about Ulta right now. So we'll see what's going on with that. Roku as well. So I think a lot of people have been trading Roku. I haven't been trading it that much just because I'm not willing to buy calls blindly. I mean, this is just it's insane. It's insane. It went from 141, a low of 141 this week, and now it's touching 170 after hours, and just I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. What? I mean, I know that they're releasing a new sound bar or something. Let's watch videos or something today, but why? I mean, did they figure out the cure for cancer? I mean, I don't know what's going on here, but apparently the play for the last month is just buy calls blindly and hope for the best, which is technically not a strategy that I like to do. But if it keeps making 52-week highs, chances are it's going to continue, and that's where we're at right now. So what I'm looking at, we'll see the 175s tomorrow. I might strangle it because I don't really trust it. I might strangle it. I mean, even today, some of these were up like 1,000, 2,000% down here. People were not expecting this move. I mean, now implied volatility went up. You see, implied volatility is now up. So things are going to get more expensive. So we'll see. This is a big mover. It went from 160 up to 170 today. I mean, that's great. That's great. Normally Roku's a little bit more dramatic, but I think it also had some upgrades too. I think it got upgraded to like 225. So that's that. So we'll be looking. I didn't buy any calls today. I should have bought calls on Roku and just left for the day and came back. But that's never. It's always like in hindsight. You're like, oh, I should have just did this. I should have did that. But in the moment, you didn't do it, so it doesn't matter, right? And then when you go to do it next time, it's not going to work. Guarantee it. If you go to do it next time, if you go, oh, I'll just buy calls on Roku and leave for a week and turn off my computer and not look, and you're going to be down 100% of your money. That's just how it goes. Starbucks had news today about lowering growth expectations for 2020. That's why the stock dropped as it did. I thought that I was going to revisit like the 92 area, and I was actually hoping for like a gap fill because ever since earnings, it hasn't filled this gap yet. So I thought, okay, it could come down to 91, 92, 91 area. But it just got bought. It just got bought up. So I'm going to be watching this to see if we can get some weakness on this. If it just stays the same, we'll just forget about it. Too many pumpkin spice lattes. People are feeling the pumpkin spice latte this fall. Maybe it'll push 100, but right now, ever since 98, it's kind of been breaking trend. So we'll see what it is tomorrow. Maybe we can open at 95 and maybe head a little bit lower. But there's going to be some cheap options in there that you can play. And it did move. It moved today. I mean, I made a little bit of money on this right here, and then it moved up to from 93 pretty much nonstop to 96. So definitely should have, after I sold my put, should have flipped the calls, but it is what it is. I don't like to flip flop like that too much. Goldman Sachs, to give you an example, Goldman Sachs here. What I like about Goldman Sachs, also trading in a range. I'm going to be looking to see if it can tap the 205 area tomorrow, if it continues up, and then maybe put it on a strangle, see what's going on with Goldman Sachs if we get another green day. So, it's not something that I trade all the time, but when the time is right, it does make you a lot of money. So you just got to know how to trade with Goldman Sachs. It also moves a lot slower, so you got to be patient with it. So that's what I'll be looking at tomorrow. That's my quick watch list. If this video was if this video is of value to you, hit the like button. Definitely appreciate it. And if you like the content here, hit subscribe. Stay safe, stay green. As always, us versus herd.